Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Motivated Results. Today I'm doing a very quick review on the 4Fit weightlifting belt. I originally picked this belt up on Amazon, that doesn't make sense, in the Amazon forest. I originally picked up this belt on Amazon roughly about a year ago. I wanted to start doing dips and also doing some weighted pull-ups. Since that time, that's a lot of noise, unnecessary. Since that time, I've actually used this primarily on pull-ups, but worked just as well on dips. Now, one thing to consider is that this belt is priced at about $13.99 at the moment of this video on Amazon's website. And although a very inexpensive belt, if you're looking for something that just gets the job done cheap, this is pretty much it. Now, a couple of things to consider. The build quality is not the greatest, so a couple things I'll notice is that for the most part it's pretty good. The stitching is there, it's not a big problem, but as you can tell, I need to stop moving it so much, this belt is made into two pieces. So essentially this piece is made, and then this is also made, and then they're put together. They're sewn together in one piece. And so a couple things that bug me are, here you can see the backing of it, and the reasoning for that is because it just wasn't laid on correctly. It should have been slid over a little bit more to the left, which would have eventually covered up this backing. It almost kind of looks like a cheap foam. That's kind of the food for thought for me, and it's kind of one of those situations where it's not the highest quality item, and it's definitely not the top tier as far as weightlifting belts. This isn't the one thing that if you maybe run a gym with high usage, or maybe you want the top of the line product, this is not it. But this product definitely gets the job done. I don't use this as frequently as I should, but in the time I've had it, which is, you know, good 6 months to a year, there's really no wear and tear on it at all. I mean, except for the normal bends on the fabric. Excuse all the noise, guys. And just normal little things here and there. It's still pretty stiff, it still holds its rigidity. One of the things I will complain about is that the chain quality for the most part is good, but it's definitely not as good as it could be. The chain does feel a little cheap, and at times does feel a little brittle, but the belt is rated to 50 kilograms, which is roughly 110 pounds, a little bit over 110 pounds, and I myself don't use anything more than 2 plates on this, maybe if that, and so I haven't had any issues with it personally, but you know, some of you guys that are swole might have some issues. Another problem that I have with the belt, and let me see if I can get this on camera, is the length of the chain. So that looks straight enough. What we're gonna do here is just measure the chain from the first clasp over here. So we're looking at about 25 inches at the very end. I'm talking about 25 inches from here to the connection point here. So 25 inches when you are hooking this up doesn't give you much of a range, if you will. So some of you guys might have an issue with this hitting your junk as you're lifting it. I find that when I am trying to do weighted pull-ups, for example, I have an issue using a dumbbell with this because it hits your junk. So that might be a problem for you. I end up using a lot more plates with this, especially like a heavier 45-pound plate where you can actually use it at the handles if your plates have handles at the very end, versus just having the centerpiece where the Olympic bar slides through. That would make it a little bit more difficult as well. Whether or not you want to go the extra mile, and if you're super intense and actually go through, and let me focus on this, what you could always do if you're super crazy is essentially cut the chain off and go to your local hardware store, pick up 2 more of these with a heavier duty chain or a longer chain, and you know, make it work yourself. That's kind of my thoughts on this, on the belt. For the most part, like I said, it's a very inexpensive belt, and it gets the job done if you are not, you know, looking to put 5-6 plates or more on this. And it's a good entry-level belt, I guess is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Questions, comments, let me know. I appreciate the support and all of the comments as of late. And if you guys have questions about this product or any other product, let me know. And we'll talk to you guys next time.